All right, we've got a fun blind tasting video for you and for me. Today we're blind tasting some white wines, obviously. Captain Obvious has entered the room, but it's primarily to explore Gruner Veltliner. Although I did sneak an extra non-Gruner wine in here. So let's see what we find out. Welcome back to DrinkinItIn. I am your host, Chris Casara. We are here to help you know more and drink better. And today we're doing some blind tasting that involves some white wines, 2 Gruner Veltliners, and a Riesling. The reason I put a Riesling in here, just to break it up, and because I wanted to see, in my mind, if I could actually pick out something different than the Gruner Veltliner. Gruner is a really interesting white grape. I really enjoy it, but I don't know that I drink a ton of it. So it's something that I am trying to explore a little more. It's really grown, it's only grown in cooler climates, and the majority of the Gruner in the world is grown in Austria. Now, Austria, it has like 75-80% of the world's Gruner is grown there. Another big part of the world, as far as Gruner is concerned, is Czechoslovakia, or the former Czechoslovakia, the Czech Republic, and Slovakia. Some Gruner grown in the US, and that is coming on strong. I have one from Austria and one from the US, and a Riesling. So let's get into it. So these wines were poured and mixed up by the DrinkinItIn team, AKA my wife. You see that, hold on. We got 1, 2, 3, but now if you guys are looking at it, it's gonna be all screwy. All right, well, sorry about that. You know what, we're gonna change it up. This is gonna be, so you guys can traditionally read from left to right, but the wines technically are going from my right to left. So I'm gonna get these bottles out of the way, so I know what I'm tasting, and hopefully my cats will stop fighting over there. I don't know if you heard that little thing. So let's take a sniff of wine 1. All right, I got a cat issue. Hold on. All right, we're back. So this wine comes off as some citrus and peaches. I should say that Gruner Veltliner has a bit of a flavor profile that involves some citrus. It does involve some stone fruit, peaches, citrus and peaches, not just because I was smelling that. There's a note of white pepper in a lot of Gruners and some savory greenness that I typically have trouble sensing or detecting. That's the profile, and it is a crisp and high acid wine that is a good alternative to Sauvignon Blanc. If you're a Riesling lover, you tend to like Gruner Veltliner, so there's a lot to like here. Let's see. So let's get back into this. It's citrus, it's peachy. Can argue that white pepper note is in this. Right now, I sense this is a Gruner. Not tasting it yet. I want to smell through each of these. Oh my God, this is totally different. Crap. So this has that banana. This has got like circus peanut vibe. This is fun. This smells really nice. If you like, I don't want to say sweet in the wines, but if in circus peanuts, bananas, it has a little bit more of a sweeter vibe than something that's citrus and peachy. Yeah, that almost tastes like it's going to have a little sugary note to it. All right, and this last guy over here kind of has that rubber type of a nose. Bicycle tire, little apple. Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting So this guy definitely has the characters. So wine number 3 has the characteristics of Riesling. That bicycle tire note, very familiar. It's a bit slaty, like that wet rock. And I'm getting a lot of, I'm going to call it apples and pears. If we go back here, the nose changed a little bit. I got to get some of that bicycle tire out of my nose. But this is very citrusy, peachy, a touch of savoriness in here. And then this circus peanutty thing with bananas is just super wild. Okay, my initial guess would be Austrian Gruner, Finger Lakes Gruner, Riesling. But let's taste before we make any sort of real conclusions. It almost has a lit match type of a note now. So, on the palate, I'm getting sort of a vibe of smoked salmon. Not fishy, but some of the spices and the smokiness that come in on a smoked salmon. Lemon peel and smoke-iness. There's a peppery vibe here. I'm still leaning Gruner in there. That smoke is throwing me off though. Makes the wine quite unique. Pretty cool. All right, let's see. It's funny. I don't know if you can kind of tell. This wine is or a bit darker, shall we say, than that wine. Wine number 3, a little bit, almost in the middle, color-wise. You can kind of see it. But, all right, wine number 2. You can tell I was smiling as I was sniffing that because the circus peanut, the banana, there's a little bit of citrus in the background, but the acid on this wine is much less pronounced than this guy. It almost has some sort of this almost has a vibe that it's been in oak at some level. Could also just be, how the grapes were grown and what the conditions are like. I'm getting that lemon peel in the back, bananas, lemon peel, a very fun wine, but I don't know that it is not typical of Gruner Veltliner. It's not typical of Riesling, at least of what I am used to. So my gut is, I'm still going with my first guess, or my first guesses. Let's see what what wine number 3. If this isn't Riesling, I know I have to work on my blind tasting skills, but if this isn't Riesling, somebody did a great job of camouflaging a Gruner Veltliner as a Riesling. Super appley. Not very high in acid though. It's throwing me off a little. But that's the whole point of these tastings, is to make me uncomfortable, really. And hopefully provide you with some entertainment as a result of my discomfort. I mean, this is just like grown-up apple juice. I could drink that first thing in the morning through last thing at night. Okay, one more taste. And then, I'll one more taste, and I will score the wine, and then we'll reveal. We'll see how I've done. Yeah, now I'm getting that smoky, that like lit match, flinty. I think I'm calling out some descriptors of Riesling now. So I really like this wine. It is a little less fruit forward, so I don't know how much of a crowd pleaser it would be, but it's a very good wine. I think so my score on this one would be an 89. And I do think it's Gruner Veltliner from Austria. Wine number 2. Right, that is, yeah. Wine number 2. It's hard to read things backwards. Perfumed circus peanuts, bananas. This just has a little bit of a sugary smell to it. This has everything that I want in a wine. If you don't like bananas, you're gonna have a problem with this one. On the palate, it's not as round. It's not banana-y, right? It's much more citrusy. There's a touch of, I'm getting more lemon peel than lemon. The acid isn't very, very high. I feel like I'd like for that to be amped up a little bit. As a result, I think this is a perfectly good wine. I would enjoy drinking. I would score this, I'm gonna score this an 88. Because I think there's a little something, there's something missing that's in here that's missing from wine number 2. I'm holding off on predicting the grape for a second. Let's go back here. This smells too much like Riesling to not be Riesling. Super aptly, just fun to drink. There is some acid in the back there, now that I'm sensing it a little more. This to me is this is nice. There's almost like a honey note coming through. There's a lot happening in this wine. I'm gonna go 90 points here, and I'm gonna stick with German Riesling. Okay. The reveal. I think this one is Gruner Veltliner from Austria. This is the Schlosskellerie Gobelsberg Gruner Veltliner from Kamptal in Austria. The reason I went Gruner is because it really was, I guess, what I'm used to with Gruner Veltliner, in that it had that citrus, it had some peaches, it had a little bit of I'm gonna call it, it was a peppery note, it was a spicy note, but something that I almost couldn't detect. So it made me think, okay, because I have trouble with that white pepper note, because I was just sort of saying, hey, it sort of sense it is savory. That's why I went there, and I'm proud of myself. I mean, who knows what's going to happen here, but all right. In the middle, the banana wine of the tasting, circus peanuts, Finger Lakes Gruner. Finger Lakes Gruner. All right, I freaking nailed this one. Okay, so this is the 2023 Dr. Konstantin Frank Gruner Veltliner Finger Lakes. So I want to thank Wilson Burgos, one of the friends of the channel. You may have seen him in the comments. He mentioned, he actually lives in the Finger Lakes, and he mentioned that on the Gruner Veltliner video that we did on the advent calendar, that there was a doctor, he had one from Finger Lakes. I think it was the Dr. Konstantin Frank. And I happened to be in a store looking for some white wines for some tastings, and I saw this on the shelves. I'm like, okay, perfect. Gruner is going to be the next blind tasting that we do. This is fun. This is so much fun. Not as typical as Austria, but probably makes sense given that the Finger Lakes is newer to the world of wine. It's not that new, but it's newer. 4 generations strong. I knew I saw 4 in there somewhere. 12% alcohol in this one. I'm just missing it. 12.5% alcohol in this one. Okay, so this means that this is in fact the Riesling. And I had to put the foil, we had to put the foil on top of the bottles, because if you see the bags, these bags from the Somify game don't make it up to the top. They'll probably be fine for some of the red wines, but these tall bottles from Germany and Austria and Alsace. So this is the 2023 Gunther Steinmetz Pierce Porter Gold Tropfen Vineyard from the Moselle, or the Mosel in Germany. This is a problem. This thing is 8.8% alcohol, so it's almost like drinking a beer in that, or an IPA, I guess. Something that's a beer that's a little higher in alcohol. The bicycle tire note gave it away. I had some confidence that I was going there. I'm freaking proud of myself. I guarantee you, this is not how all of these blind tastings are gonna go. I will be fooled, but this was fun. This was fun. Let me know in the comments what you think of this, and what if you have some wines that you'd like to see me blind taste. I have a bunch in the hopper, right? Some big reds, Zinfandel. You know, can you tell the difference between Burgundy and not Burgundy? Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand and not Sauvignon Blanc from... I got a lot of ideas for it. I mean, I have to still secure bottles and things like that. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what would be a fun blind tasting. If you've made it this far, I mean, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the love lately. And let's make 2026 a really, really fun year and a positive year, right? 2025 kind of, it grinded me down. It grinded me into a pulp. Not because of work, not because of my family, just because of everything else that's kind of going on in the world. It just brings you down. So let's lift everybody up this year. And okay, Tony Robbins, let's go. I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.